Today's sermon is titled A Deluge of Angels, a video performance by a Danish women's choir called Eve. Helena Hansen will introduce this piece all the way from Aarhus, Denmark. Helena is a 22-year-old Danish woman. As some of you might remember, she was an exchange student here in 2015-2016, attended Coast Union High School, where she, among many other things, performed the role of Scuttle in The Little Mermaid, and lived with Mary and Randy Schwalbe. So she is no stranger to our community. In Denmark, she studies mechanical engineering, and in her free time, she sings in the women's choir known as Eve. Helena?
Yes. Hold on. Okay. You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. You are failing us. But the young people are starting to understand your betrayal. The eyes of all future generations are upon you. And if you choose to fail us, I say, we will never forgive you. These are the words of a 16-year-old Swedish girl. Greta Thunberg is a climate activist who has, for many years, dedicated her late childhood and young adult life to fight for the future of our fragile environment. And in doing so, she has created a burning awareness of the life-threatening effects of man-made climate change. In 2019, she was named the Time magazine's Person of the Year. Directly relating to the first and seventh principles of the Unitarian Universalist congregations, Greta is noisily advocating for the inherent worth and dignity of individuals, and she is demanding that we respect the interdependent web of existence of which we are all a part. This includes all the children in the world and all their children's children who won't have a world to live in if action is not taken against the increasing environmental devastation wrought by worsening global climate change. In that fiercely urgent spirit, I offer you an international art project, which has been designed to instigate alertness and to wake us from our 40-year slumber. Written by New York poet Neil Cardinal Furio, composed by Danish musician Søren Møller, choreographed by Dutch dancer Panda van Pucci, and performed by Danish choir Eve under the direction of conductor Birgitte Neslund Madsen. Please welcome into your hearts a deluge of angels.
In the news today, the storm clouds are gathering. The tide waters rising. We suggest you move to higher ground.
what shall we do if there's no higher ground around?
Oh, we know. Let's build a wall.
A wall? A wall won't work. The rising tides will breach it.
Oh, we know. Let's build a bridge.
A bridge? A bridge won't work. The acid rains will rust it.
Oh, we know. Let's build an ark.
An ark? Are you sure? Didn't someone try that already?
Yes, years and years and years ago.
And how did that turn out?
The reports are conflicting.
Still, an ark.
But an ark out of what?
Out of wood?
Out of glass?
Out of steel? Out of stone?
Out of fur?
Out of down?
Out of clouds? Out of foam?
Out of ocean?
Yes, an ark made of ocean. But what shall we put on our ark made of ocean to carry to safety?
Oh, we know. 2 Caspian tigers, such a beautiful beast. A male and a female to properly propagate, to constantly conjugate, to mate and to mate and to mate and to mate.
2 Caspian tigers? There haven't been 2 Caspian tigers since 1971.
What?
Hunted into extinction. But that's okay, they would have eaten all the other animals anyway.
Oh, we know. 2 southern gastric brooding frogs. They only eat bugs.
2 southern gastric brooding frogs? There haven't been 2 southern gastric brooding frogs since 1981.
What?
Habitat destruction.
Oh, we know. 2 northern gastric brooding frogs. They're practically the same. Only the accent is different.
There haven't been 2 northern gastric brooding frogs since 1985. The chainsaws outlived them all.
Oh, we know. 2 Pacific honey eaters. Such a melodious song.
There haven't been 2 Pacific honey eaters since 1934.
What?
Eradicated for their spectacular plumage.
Well, shall we continue? It sounds like this list goes on and on and on.
And on.
On and on. On and on and on. On and on and on and on. On and on and on and on. On and on and on. On and on and on. On and on and Western black rhino. Sardinian peacock. On and on and on. Mauritius blue pigeon. On and on. And of course the great on and on. On and on and on. Go on and on and on. And on. Labrador duck. On and on. Tahitian sandpiper. On and on and on. Hokkaido grey wolf. And on. And the last lone heath hen. On and on and on. On and on and on and on. For moss and clouded leopard. On and on. Budgie River dolphin. On and on. Costa Rican golden toe. On and on. And the 24 rings on star. On and on. Red bellied opossum. On and on. Imperial woodpecker. On and on. Rhode Island boring boa. On and on. And the Iberian white butterfly. On and on. On and on. eastern black rhino, Sardinian peacock, Mauritius blue pigeon, and of course the grey duck, Labrador duck, Tahitian sandpiper, Hokkaido grey wolf, and the less known Caribbean mark seal, on and on. Black-faced honey creeper, on and on and on. Pinta Island tortoise, on. And the Carolina parakeet.
Oh, I love that one. Shall we continue?
You mean there's more?
Yes, plants and trees.
Oh, right, the greenery.
Never mind, the whole art concept is flawed. Just think of the food and the feed and the water and the waste.
And the soot and the seed and the untempting taste.
Not to mention the moral dilemma of moving indigenous fauna
And uprooting live flora.
from their natural habitats by force.
Impractical.
Unethical.
Untenable.
Regrettable.
Undoable.
Unzooable.
Shall we do it anyway? With what's left?
Yes, let's. Just so long as no plants or animals will have been harmed in the wake of our ark making.
Will have been. Will have. Can you say that?
Yes, it's the future perfect tense.
Future perfect. You mean there's such a thing?
Of course there is. We come from Scandinavia,
A kind of paradise.
a former block of ice,
A naughty type of nice.
where gas is twice the price.
Or thrice, to be precise.
Tap water will suffice.
Speaking of which, shall we sing our favorite hymn?
Yes, let's. Before it's too late.
Home, water, home, water, home, water, home, water, home. Water,
what about our ark?
Come on, girls. It's only a metaphor, a biblical simile. The whole world's an ark. Slow motion floating, row you're boating, continentally drifting, plate tectonically shifting, ark made of everything under the sun.
And the moon and the stars?
Full of hardship and fun.
Full of guns and guitars.
Carrying everything that is and everything there will be.
Carrying everyone who is and the dreams of whoever will see.
Whom?
Whoever?
Whom it's the object.
Whomever will see.
On the waves of one love.
To remove the unmovable.
With a crow, with a dove.
To reprove the unprovable.
Once we reach higher ground.
Whether lost, whether found.
Unto Norway!
Norway! Suppose they won't let us in.
Oh, they'll let us in. Our eyes are sky blue.
Well, most of our eyes are sky blue.
Well, can't you just hide Paula under your coat?
Well, that was depressing.
Take heart. It's better to know where we stand.
On a metaphorical ark made of ocean.
Wherever we stand, it's better to know where we stand.
When we sing what we sing.
We know many of you don't want to listen to us. You say we are just children, and we are. But we promise you will stop what we're doing just as soon as you give us our futures back. Is that really too much to ask? Ours is a great age. You have told us an age where we have our whole lives ahead of us. But what kind of lives will they be? Most of us kids are not even aware of the fate that awaits us. And those who will be hit the hardest are already suffering the most. You lied to us. You lied to us. Over and over again. You gave us false hope. You filled our heads with empty words and fairy tales. You told us the future was bright, but that bright future was sold to a selfish few who made unimaginable fortunes, destroying our home. You lied to us. You lied to us. We're not singing to win your admiration. We're not taking a stand so you can take selfies with us. We are doing this to wake you up, to make you start acting like adults. We are doing this because we want our futures back. Is that really too much to
thank you all for watching. I just want to tell just a little bit about how this came to be. It came to be under, let's just say, hard circumstances. This was supposed to have been premiering live in New York of May 2020. And I bet you can all understand that didn't happen. So then, and it was supposed to be premiering with celebrating World Earth Day in New York. And so then it was postponed until that day, World Earth Day, the year afterwards, but then it's supposed to be premiering live in Denmark. But then that didn't happen. And all the way through this, we have been learning all the songs in the beginning online, but then also singing with 2 meters, meters in feet. I don't really know what that is. 6 feet, I think. 6 feet apart, 6 feet apart. And as this is filmed, actually, we are not singing because we were not allowed to stand that close to each other because of the restrictions at the time. So we were just mimicking the singing, and then that was recorded ahead of time and then just filmed. So actually, in the video, we're all completely silent. And we had to learn all of the choreography online with our choreographer sitting in the Netherlands on Zoom, all by ourselves. And then the location of the filming is actually in a cafe where we had to move away all of the furniture, and we were on a tight schedule because 5 p.m. there would be people actually coming in and the cafe would open up. So yeah, but I'm really happy about the results of it. And actually, we just performed it live for the first time Thursday in Denmark in front of an audience, and that was really great. But this was great too. So thank you for letting me share it with you.